Lord Vader, did you hear about the restaurant on Earth's moon? The food is wonderful, but no atmosphere. Ha! And now, tune in for NOOCH as he shows you how to play your free-to-play First Order team in the HAAT raid. Hello there, it's NOOCH. So, I'm going to give a quick apology. This was filmed on NOOCH's phone in the airport. I was traveling last week. And it's going to be a little bit blurry. It recorded in vertical instead of horizontal. I don't know what's going on. So you can see there's not going to be a super amount of detail in this video, but I'm going to run through an HAAT raid with you and talk about the First Order team. Now, what NOOCH is using right now is KRU Lead with Sith Trooper, Hux, First Order Executioner, and First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. These are NOOCH's 5 characters that are all at least G12, with 3 of them are Relict, Fox, KRU, and Sith Trooper. So the reason that NOOCH is using Special Forces TIE Pilot instead of Kylo Ren, the OG Kylo Ren, because he would definitely be preferred for all the turn meter he gives with his second ability, his AoE. Gives 25% turn meter to the entire team every time. So if you have OG Kylo, put him in there for First Order Executioner. Not First Order Executioner, for First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. The one thing that Special Forces TIE Pilot does do well is call in an assist every 3 or 4 turns from First Order Executioner. And every time First Order Executioner hits a crit, he gains 2% health, and he gains damage every time he gains health. So he's going to be racking up, and you're going to see his damage continue to go up every time he takes turns. So every time you can toss turn meter, you saw right there, NOOCH tossed turn meter from Hux over to First Order Executioner as well. Anytime you're going to give turn meter to somebody, give it over to First Order Executioner. And again, I'm going to apologize for the video here. I'm not sure what the phone was doing when it recorded this. If I was playing the audio right now, you'd hear some announcements at the airport for, hey, we're going blah, 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 flight at gate, blah, blah. Anyway, there you see we went through the final 9% of Phase 2 of the HAAT raid, and we're going to knock off a serious chunk of Phase 3 here. Now, this is kind of the preferred way to do it. You want to get into Phase 2, if at all possible, with like 20% left if you can. NOOCH got in there with like 9%. If you can get over 20%, you should be able to finish off Phase 2, then get to Phase 3 with a whole lot of health and protection there, so you can wind that sucker down. I think we get like 50% of Phase 3 here. You don't want to use the First Order team in Phase 1 of the HAAT raid. It is not going to be effective. You're not going to put up the numbers. You'll still put up decent numbers if those tunes are Relict especially, but you could put up good numbers with Gear 12, Gear 11 First Order guys in the Phase 2, Phase 3, probably even Phase 4, although since NOOCH is focused on Phase 2 and 3, I have not gotten to Phase 4. The other problem with Phase 4 is that once Phase 3 is finished, you'll find that Phase 4 follows pretty closely behind it, and you won't even get the alert a lot of times. It'll say Phase 3 finished, and boom, Phase 4 is done. So if you wait till Phase 4, you might be in trouble. You might not be able to put up any damage at all. You can see right here, we're at 92%, so we've killed off 7.5% of Phase 3, along with the 9% of Phase 2, and we still have, we get a little alert there, we still have full health and protection on everybody, so we're doing really, really well. So you really do want to focus on the Phase 2 and or Phase 3. If you can get it at the end of Phase 2 with 20% or less left of it, that's your perfect scenario. We're going to put up the absolute most damage possible. Other than those things, calling or giving turn meter to First Order Executioner whenever possible, calling First Order Executioner in on the assist with Special Forces TIE Pilot if that's the roster you've got. Otherwise, use Kylo Ren, OG Kylo Ren. You're going to use his AoE as many times as possible to give everybody 25% turn meter. That's actually the preferred guy. And what happens with that second ability, his AoE with Kylo Ren, the OG Kylo Ren, when he does that, he also has a a passive ability that enables him, whenever he takes damage, he has a 50% chance to reset all of his cooldowns, or reduce his cooldowns by 1. I can't remember, but it does reset that ability. So a lot of times he can just keep AoE, 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 just keep feeding Turn Meter to the entire team over and over and over again. That's a huge benefit in this raid. If you've got Kylo leveled up or geared up to where you need him to be. NOOCH has currently got him at gear 9. I really want to get it to at least gear 11 before I throw him in here, because I don't think he's going to survive some of the damage output from the HAAT that it gives. But as soon as I get him to gear 11, Kylo will sub in for First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot and start TIE Pilot and start feeding that Turn Meter all over the team. That's really about it. The damage output here, you're going to see at the end, is almost exclusively from Sith Trooper and First Order Executioner. First Order Executioner gets all the damage just by ramping up, by getting critical hits over and over, even with his basic or his special. Either way, crit over and over and over again, stacking up health, and he does damage based on the amount of health he has. So as he increases his health, he increases damage. Your other damage dealer, I think actually who does more damage, is going to be Sith Trooper. All the way. Every time anyone crits, he assists. You saw it right there. Kylo got a crit on his basic. Sith Trooper assisted. It was a 5,000 damage from Kylo. It was a 30,000 damage from Sith Trooper. There he AoEs, just kills everybody. 43,000 was the one I saw. They're all somewhere around that range. There you saw what happened. So, Special Forces TIE Pilot did an attack for 14,000 crit. Called an assist from First Order Executioner for crit at 70,000 something, and then Sith Trooper assisted with a crit for 50,000. That's like $140,000, $150,000 dollars. Somebody got $150,000 for NOOCH? Okay, I mean, if you want to send it, just send me a DM. Get with NOOCH on Discord. The Discord details are below. You can join NOOCH's Discord. I'm having a lot of problems today. And let me know where you want to send the $150,000 to. We'll set it up. I'll set the exchange free of charge. In fact, if you're going to wire NOOCH $150,000, NOOCH might actually reimburse you for that. Once I've received it, I'm not going to reimburse you before it's received. That's not cool. I don't trust you that much. I mean, I might trust you, but I don't know you. Maybe NOOCH does know you. Maybe NOOCH knows you, and you're going to give him $150,000. If that's the case, that would really help fund the channel for several years. NOOCH would really appreciate that. To fund the channel, just get with NOOCH on Discord. We'll set up the exchange, and maybe a Nigerian prince will be happy as well in that process and exchange of funds. What were we talking about? I keep getting those alerts on the laptop. I think we've covered it all. I think we've really covered it all. Sith Trooper and Fox are doing all the damage. Pass Turn Meter to Fox as much as possible. Put in OG Kylo if you can for Special Forces TIE Fighter. Use his AoE wherever possible to give a bunch of Turn Meter. We're still going on this. Looks like the cooldown is down to 2. You see the little skull there with the cooldown at 2. When that gets to 1, which it's about to be right here. Now we're at 1. So the next hit from that super battle droid is going to give heal down. It's gonna heal block on everybody, and it's heal block that you can't dispel. So Hux just died, so we're getting to the end of this raid. We're still going to deliver some serious damage. There's an AoE that didn't crit, so it wasn't quite as effective against those other droids. We see there, First Order Executioner on his basic, because he stacks much, is doing 103,000 on a basic now when it crits. There, Sith Trooper cleared everybody off, going to give everybody advantage. Now let's kind of see what we can get for a big hit from Executioner here. There's the basic for 107,000. Here is his special, 151. So that's the damage you rack up, and you'll see here in a second when we finish up. We're starting to keep getting some damage in here, I think. We're down below 50%, so we've accomplished 9% of Phase 2, and we've done 50% of Phase 3. And First Order Executioner hitting for 107k there at the end. And here's a special one last shot, 137k. Didn't quite have as much damage there as possible. He's still going, man. He's tough to kill too. It looks like all that health he's got as he's stacking the health makes him tougher to kill. He's gonna go by. Oh, one more big shot. 145,000. Let's take a look here at the damage app. Let's go ahead and pause this. Pause. This is really blurry, guys. I'm really sorry. The airport didn't help. But you can see 4.5 million from Sith Trooper and 3.5 million from First Order Executioner. And everybody else is just there to really just support those guys and feed them Turn Meter and get them going as much as possible. Well, there you go, guys. That is the Oh boy, I didn't change the NOOCH Too Good logo, so what's going to happen is this is going to get really small. You're going to see this get really small when I go to NOOCH Too Good, and you're going to see what the screen actually looks like. So hopefully this helps you get through the HAAT raid with your free-to-play Kylo team, with your First Order team that you're working on getting Supreme Leader Kylo for. And here it comes. Always remember, NOOCH Too Good. It covered it up. Let's see if we can move the NOOCH Too Good symbol a little bit. Yeah, there it is. See how tiny that is? See how good? Let's see if we can hear the airport on that. Let me take the mute off. You want to hear the airport? We've actually extended this beyond the normal point. I don't hear anything. Oh, we gotta play it. There you go, guys. There's the airport. There's everything that's going on. There's a tiny little screen. And always remember, I don't have the bell ring this time. NOOCH Too Good.